Need to take a look. Oh. Hello there, Nya. No. Don't worry. Don't be scared. I'm not gonna hurt you. Honest. Yeah, Nya. I'd never do such a thing. Forgive the, intimidating appearance that I presently bear. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? Quite the opposite, in fact. I'm honestly kinda curious, Nya. What would bring a little cutie like you out so far away from home? Well, I know this area like the back of my paw, and you are definitely at least a few hours away from home. Yeah. Well, I don't know what direction your home is. This place is pretty big. And it's not exactly hospitable to cuties like you. Especially in the middle of the night, yeah. Did you, intend on coming here? No, I figured as much. May I ask how you traveled so far off the beaten path to end up in such a dangerous area, Nya? Oh, little one. You may be small in my eyes, but I know that look. Something's really bothering you, huh? It's okay. I will protect you while you're here. And due to how dangerous the area is, I must insist you stay with me until daybreak. Yeah, it's nothing short of a miracle how you managed to get here without being observed, seen by another less kind creature. What makes me kind in comparison? Well, I am basically like you, Nya. Wasn't always this big. Just last week I was the size of that tree over there. Yeah, really. I'm sorry, do you mind if I get a little closer? While my ears are big, it still kinda makes it difficult to hear the little things. And to me, you are quite small. Yeah, thank you, Nya. Let me just... Okay. So, little one, what seems to be ailing you, huh? I must apologize again. Seems that didn't help. If I may offer a paw for you to stand on, just so I can get you closer, so I can hear you. No, don't worry. Like I said, I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise. It really is just to hear you. And I assure you, I am, well, I was a very talented wizard and alchemist, so My paws are very, very precise. I know how to handle something fragile. Okay, good. Here, let me just extend my paw. Feel free to hop on it whenever you're comfortable. Yeah, sorry, it's the lowest I can go without, like, digging a hole in the earth. Yeah, there you go. Soft, aren't they? Sorry. I pride myself on the softness of my fur and my paw beans. Okay, up you go. Yeah, there you are, aren't you? So, now that I should be able to hear you a lot better, what's on your mind, Nya? I see, Nya. I'm sorry that such a precious soul, such as your own, has to suffer such negative thoughts. You deserve so much better than to think of yourself that way. Really, Nya. I only speak the truth. And, you know, we all make mistakes, but there's no reason to judge ourselves so harshly, as if it's the only thing we can do. For example, my situation was caused by a not-so-small accident. I was brewing a potion and got a couple ingredients wrong. Just so happened that it increased the potency a bit more than I had assumed. And, yeah, now I'm a big growing cat. But, see, while it was a mistake, and of course I'm a little upset over it, it does lead you to new experiences, and you get to learn something. If you allow yourself to process it right, and in a healthy way, you will learn how to avoid that mistake again. And currently, the experience I'm going through is honestly quite beautiful, Nya. Oh yeah, really. Seemingly every day I gain a new perspective. Literally. Yeah, the world can be so beautiful from so high up. The views, and just observing all the other creatures around, all the floofers going about their daily lives from afar. The view truly is beautiful up here, but it's something I probably could have experienced without, an accidental growth potion. Yeah, I could have, stood on a skyscraper or gotten in an airplane or a hot air balloon. A lot more practical methods to gain a nice view, but You get what you're given. Yeah. But besides my little rambling there, it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, you know? It's how we learn, yeah. No one has ever succeeded without making a few mistakes first. Really. And if there's any nyan that tells you otherwise, well, they most certainly are lying. How do you think we learn to walk? We keep trying. We fall down, we lose our balance, but we get up. We go again. And eventually, we can do it. I can understand. The concept of failure is really scary. And the mind, evidently in your case, can be very cruel. But you need to be very kind to yourself. Otherwise, all the negative things you assume about yourself could one day morph your perception and become your reality. But if you just believe in yourself and keep trying, you will realize that failure is just a necessary step to unleash the full potential. All that bubbling potential inside your cute, fluffy mind. Oh yes, that adorable mind of yours. While sometimes it may be your greatest foe, it's also your biggest asset. Yeah. See, I would offer you a hug, but I don't think traditional means of comfort can work in my case. Yeah, but I can hold you close and you can nuzzle into my fur if you'd like. Or I could give you scritchies. I can see the worry in your eyes. It's okay, cutie. This giant is gentle, and I'll take good care of you, little one. Yeah. Truly, you have my word. Yeah. I'm glad. Here, I will give you some light scratches with my big paw. Just using one of my beans to gently caress your head. There, little one. Oh, you look so cute in my paw. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Yeah. Everything just looks so cute. Yeah, really. Even the tallest trees here look so adorable. I try my best not to knock any of them over, but it seems the the growth continues even in my sleep, so accidents happen. At least my clothes grow with me, thank goodness. Yeah, you were wondering about that. Well, yeah. Just so happens, in that incident with the potion, I spilt it. I spilt a couple drops pretty much all over my clothes. The only things that didn't grow with me are my shoes. As you can see, bare paws. Yeah. But that's okay. It's honestly really interesting how the world feels beneath these big paws. Yeah. It'll be okay, cutie. Honest. I'll be here to listen to whatever you want to say. Yeah. Anything and everything. Whether that's something else on your mind or another question about this peculiar situation. It's not every day you stumble into a giant kitty. Yeah. Oh, and don't worry, I'll walk you home when day breaks, I promise. Yeah, I mean, it's only a few minutes walk for me, whereas, well, as I'm sure you know now, a couple hours walk for you. I'll happily save you some time, yeah. Plus, I don't want you getting hurt on the way back. Like I said before, it's a real miracle how you managed to travel this far without any other creature observing you. Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that I made that potion mistake because it allows me to meet such a brilliant little fluff like you. Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to be so incredibly brilliant. And I hope I can help you see it. Even if I just help just a little bit. That'll make this seemingly failure of a potion to be an astounding success. Yeah, I hear you, Nya. It's okay. It really is okay. The mind can be so cruel, but so amazing sometimes. You just need to learn to identify when your mind is being truthful or it's just being harsh for no good reason. You're not alone. I promise you that. There's so many cuties like you with so much potential. But their minds, can be so harsh. None of you deserve it. Especially you, little one. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I might be a little tired, but I'll stay awake for as long as I need to. Yeah, you are worth protecting. You are a precious soul. Yeah. Such a beautiful little creature. I have the utmost privilege to be holding and embracing in my paws right now. If I was smaller and your size, I would absolutely give you some hugs, yeah. Oh, you want to take up my offer, huh? Well, of course. Here, let me bring you closer to my chest. Feel free to nuzzle against my fur. Yeah. Soft, right? I pride myself on how soft my fur is. Oh, but I can tell under my one big bean, just petting your adorable head, that your fur must be so much softer. And your tail, too. Oh, yeah. You better believe it. Don't doubt yourself so much, yeah. You can do absolutely anything you set your mind to. You just need to push past that barrier. And that may be difficult. You may be suffering from things, or your situation may make it incredibly difficult to push past that barrier that's preventing you from unleashing your true potential, yeah. But every day you attempt to push past, in my opinion, is a successful day. I would rather attempt and fail than not attempt at all, yeah. Because if you don't attempt at all, then, well, you don't really learn anything, you know? Yeah, and knowledge is power and all. I would know. It can help. But you need to let yourself try. And you need to let yourself fail from time to time. Lose the battle, but not the war, as they say, yeah. Small steps every day, and before you know it, you would have ran a mile. Just like you did today. Well, obviously for different reasons, and several miles in your case, but you can apply apply this to anything, you know. You can do anything you want, yeah. I definitely understand that distractions exist. It's part of what made me mess up my potion in the first place. Getting distracted is something we all need to deal with sometimes, you know. And it's okay. Everyone has to go through it. But if you can identify what's distracting you, then it can really help. Because when you have that willpower, that energy, you'll know what distracts you, and you'll know how to prevent it. And hey, it's okay if you don't prevent it, as long as you tried, yeah. Yeah. Anything is progress. We all focus on the end result, but people never seem to open their eyes and observe the process. For example, the years of dedication to a craft like artwork or programming or learning how to save a life or learning how to construct a building properly. Floofers tend to just focus on the final product and not the years of effort and failure and learning and knowledge that leads to creating such a masterpiece, yeah. It takes time. And none of us are perfect. We all have flaws, but it's okay, really. You just need to accept it. The sooner you accept that nobody is perfect, the sooner you can focus on what really matters. And that's working towards what you want to do and who you want to become, yeah. Don't let that mind bully you. Because that's what it is. It's a bully. You need to prove it wrong. And from personal experience, I can assure you, the more, little one, that you prove that mind wrong, the easier it becomes. Yeah. Small steps each day, and before you know it, you will be making strides in areas you previously thought you couldn't even crawl through. And, of course, do remember, it's okay to have standards, yeah. It's okay to create something and not be happy with it. I'm not telling you that you have to be happy with it, yeah. You can't be unhappy with something you do, as long as you process these emotions in a healthy way. Don't push yourself down. Try to analyze what you disliked about it. Maybe you drew something that didn't look quite right. Try to find the areas where it did look right and separate it from the specific parts that maybe don't look right to you. That way you can focus on what to improve on instead of just saying that you can't do it or that it just doesn't look right. Because we are our own worst critics. And critique is good, but only if it's an actual critique and not just beratement, you know. You deserve better than to let your mind berate yourself. You can do anything. Absolutely anything. Yeah. Oh, look at you. So snug against my chest. Yeah. Here, yeah. Let me hold you tight for a moment. I just need to, lay down across the grass. There we go. Curl my tails around us. Just let me know if it gets a little too smothered, alright? I'm still getting used to this size and yeah, I don't know how much bigger I'll get or if the growth will stop, but I will try my best to make the absolute most of it. Because what else can I do? I could sit here and call myself silly or stupid for what I've done, but all that would do is make me feel worse, yeah. And, well, if you're feeling worse, then it makes it easier for the mind to be mean, yeah. And we don't like a mean mind. You deserve a kind and lovely mind. A mind that I know you have. You just gotta practice using it. Be nicer to yourself. Accept mistakes. Critique yourself within realistic standards, yeah. Try to set simple goals, perhaps, yeah. Break things down. Step by step. single step is a step towards your goals. It can be the smallest step, or it can be a big, giant step. Any step is better than none. Yeah. I know you can do it. I can see it behind those beautiful eyes of yours. I can see it emanating off that beautiful, fluffy body you have. That kind and beautiful soul within. That stunning personality that you have. All that untapped potential just waiting to burst out. And another thing, a big issue that, well, I deal with, even now on a daily basis. Comparison is the destroyer of all joy. Please try your best not to compare yourself to others. It can make even the most kind-hearted of tasks seem like a competition. And it kind of defeats the point, you know? There are things that are competitive, of course, and they should stay competitive over there. But the things that shouldn't really be competitive, like art, programming, any hobby you could possibly think of, it should be for fun and enjoyment, to give yourself a sense of purpose, yeah. Something to be proud of, not to be upset over. Try to look at people's accomplishments and picture yourself doing that one day. Because if they can, then you absolutely can too. It might be physically more difficult. It might be mentally more difficult. Your situation might simply make it impossible for the time being. But if you can't do it right now, you can always prepare. You can prepare and make it easier for future you. And then future you can look back and be thankful that past you made it so much easier to take the next steps towards their goal. Do it for tomorrow's you. The you of next week. The you of next month, next year. 'Cause I'm sure in that beautiful soul of yours, you would do anything for anyone else. But why not yourself? Yeah. Do it for you. Or if it makes it easier, you could perceive future you as someone else, yeah. I've tried that before, and it did help. Was it a perfect solution? No. It wasn't, but it was better than what I had before. Even if it just works temporarily. That's still a few steps forward, you know? I know that you know. You adorable little thing. Yeah. I think it's time for this big kitty and this adorable little floof to get some rest, don't you think? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Even with our size difference, I can hear that yawn of yours. How tired you must be. All those negative thoughts racing around, overwhelming you. Try your best to let them go, just even if it's for a little bit. You deserve some peace and quiet from that mind of yours. You deserve some time, some peace and quiet to relax so you can come back more ready than ever to tackle what this big world has to offer, to tackle the challenges that you will inevitably face. You can do it. I believe in you wholeheartedly. And, well, there's a lot of heart in this chest right now, I can assure you. You can do absolutely anything, yeah. You are so talented. Please, let yourself see it. Praise yourself for your accomplishments. Don't compare them to anyone else. Every Nyan's situation is different. And that's okay. Their situation isn't what matters to your goal. Your situation, your challenges, your strengths and your weaknesses, yeah. Those are the things that matter. Your steps, your progress, your opinion is what matters most to you. And most certainly, the opinions of others can definitely help when it comes to mastering a craft. Like getting a linguist's opinion on how you're pronouncing words in another language, or artist's view of the anatomy of a creature you've drawn. But they are criticisms for you to learn. They are not failures. They are not insults. Process them correctly and treat yourself with the utmost kindness. And it'll be easier and easier to work towards those goals of yours. Treat yourself with the respect that you would give to others, yeah. The support and respect that I am giving to you now, admittedly, is difficult to give to myself still, yeah. And maybe it always will be. But I'm trying. That's all that matters. I'm making strides. And I'm sure, I'm certain even, that you have made so many strides the past week, month, year, decade. So many big strides that you might be pushing under the rug. Whether that be because of opinion, comparison, the inability to view your own accomplishments. It could be any reason. It could be chemical. It could be physical, mental, subjective, objective. They all matter just as much as the next because they impact you. They impact your perception of your own accomplishments. And if you can't see your accomplishments, then well, how do you know if you've ever made a step? You need to open those beautiful eyes and those adorable ears to see and hear all those accomplishments that you've made, all those steps you've taken. I have possibly rambled on a little bit, but I truly mean what I say, you know. You are unique. There's nobody else like you. And only you are capable of creating the things that you make. Even if it's similar to what someone else did. Their experiences, their knowledge, their strengths and weaknesses, the steps they've taken are completely different. The journey is completely different. So don't compare. Don't compare what you do to others. Especially if all it's gonna do is bring you down. Because if it brings you down, then it's just gonna make it harder. None of us want that, do we? It's already so difficult sometimes. I understand. I really similar, and sometimes that can help. Maybe a friend of yours has a neurological issue that makes it difficult to do something. Maybe you have it too. Learn from each other, build off of one another, help each other conquer the big hurdle you face. Well, your journeys may be slightly different. You can absolutely help each other. See, an issue that this big kitty has, well, besides the rambling, is my inability to focus on one thing, you know. Well, the general topic could be the same. In this instance, trying my hardest to help you, you beautiful soul. As I'm sure you've heard through the words I've rambled on, I tend to change what I'm talking about quite a lot. And it can make it a bit confusing sometimes, and that's a challenge I face. It might be a challenge that you face too. As long as you identify it, then you can work on any possible solutions. Anything that could help you break through that barrier and get just a little better at it. I'm aware of the many flaws that I have. Many, many flaws, but I now try my best to work on these flaws, and instead of berating myself, while it can still happen, yeah, I'm not perfect after all. It happens less, and if I do happen to bring myself down for any reason, I at least know that it's gonna be for something a little more productive, a little more like criticism, rather than just, oh, you didn't do this, so you're dumb. Instead, it could be like, okay, it's upsetting that I couldn't do this today, but why didn't I do it today? And how can I potentially make it so next time I can do it? Focus on those things. Build yourself up. You can do it. You can do anything. Just be nice to yourself. Treat yourself with the love and kindness that you deserve. Don't compare yourself. Don't be envious of others, but try to strive to do what they've done, even if it's harder or easier for you to do. Hitting your goal is what matters, right? And it may be harder for you, it may be easier for you, but I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. See, I'm not perfect. us will be perfect. Ever, ever, ever. So, don't strive to be perfect, but rather strive to just be a little better than what you were yesterday. Because with each little percentage better you get, it keeps on stacking. It keeps going up and up and up, and sometimes we might go down. That's fine. We all have our moments of weakness. As long as you identify those moments and make sure to treat yourself with love and respect instead of harming yourself, making it harder on yourself, doubting your accomplishments, your goals and dreams, all these things that you can do. Try to decipher when your mind is being honest or if it's just being mean. Block out all the mean things. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. I promise. Everything, even if it may not seem so right now, even if the world may seem scary or your private life may seem uncertain, it will be okay. I mean it. I promise you. It will be okay, and you will reach those dreams of yours. Yeah. You can do it. Rest well.